Hey, Gavax here. So I was gonna do this in 2 videos, but I think I'm gonna just do one mega video like Dwight's mega desk. We're gonna get addicted to it. We're not gonna be able to get away from these mega videos in the future. But we're gonna talk about the patch today and my thoughts after one day of playing it. My second channel will have first gameplay of the new patch, or one of the first games. I don't think it's the exact first game, but one of the games from stream today. I think it went the whole time, so it's a good game. But anyways, let's talk about the things still wrong with Madden. Like, you guys saw, like, my, kudos to them in the first video for what they patched. Like, what they patched kind of was what got patched, tight end delay fades, the speed burst glitch, and the other things in there. But I want to talk about the things that still, my impressions of it and what I felt today. The game's in a solid place. I don't, love exactly where maybe the meta is going. So they got a few things to tighten up, but we're getting close to Madden being a football simulator. It's not like near perfect. We still got a while to go, but it's crazy how much better it is getting this year. All right. Dropped interception / out of reach. It's still a weird thing. Your guy will just go like Olay instead of like, actually just reaching out and trying to grab the interception. I don't know. Maybe I need acrobats everywhere still. It's frustrating on the defense for them to throw near you and you're like, it says out of reach, but it's not really. It doesn't really look out of reach to you. So maybe tighten that up a little bit. And obviously the ball bounce off your defensive back's hands. That's the worst feeling ever. They should turn that ball over if you can get somebody out there with like 70, 80 catching. I understand, like, in simulation mode, it's okay to drop picks. That makes sense. Drop picks happen in the NFL all the time. But out here where I'm running with, like, the Deion Sanders-ish kind of cards, right? Charles Woodson, it doesn't feel right to drop picks with those guys. All right, I think the run game is still really strong. I do suggest you guys, during Weekend League especially, you might need no outsiders to deal with some of the stretch spam that you're going to see. Might not at least have, like, it'd be cool to have halftime adjustments back. Hopefully get that patched up and back soon. But at least maybe a couple run stuffing outside linebackers. Dedicate 2 AP. Just have them, maybe even have them on your bench, right? And as backups, 2 AP if you got the funds, right? There's some people, it's still kind of expensive to have backups that are good just for one job, which is stopping stretch and being the no outsiders. Even though you have no outsiders, the stretch can still dominate you, so you still have to set up a good defense. I think 3-3-5 wide is going to be the meta, which I think, I don't have meta here, but maybe I'll put like meta right there. So the meta itself is going to be a little frustrating. We'll talk about that in a second. Deadeyes need to go. I don't like Deadeyes. I can't have Deadeyes in this game anymore. It's just too many bad decisions become completion when they throw across the body 50 yards on the dot. It's the worst thing ever. It's not realistic, not even close. Like, I get it, it's a video game. It shouldn't be everything realistic, and I agree, but this is just, it's too far. It's too much. They've patched this in the past. I don't know why they still have it in the game as an option for passing and quarterbacks to do. Just unnecessarily buffs already crazy overpowered escape artist quarterbacks. The meta itself. The meta is going to be a base-align cover 3, cover 4. I would assume base-align cover 3 is probably what we'll see. You'll see a lot of press blitzes. I think the game's going to turn more into a blitz-focused thing where you're going to have to make a lot of quick decisions. Out of 3-5 wide, you can see a pressed base-aligned dollar also with some adjustments behind it. Obviously, the adjustments behind the defense makes the defense, but the issue right now is the fact that non-aligned deep thirds and quarters are just not getting beat deep, right? They said that patched it so thirds don't get beat deep when they're pressed, but thirds need to absolutely get beat deep when they're misaligned, right? Say, I talked about this earlier in the video. If my CB's over here, or my receiver's over here, and the opponent's CB is right here, and I'm running forward, and he has to turn all the way before matching me, but he turns all the way and beats me to the spot backwards, they can do a 180 and sprint before I can just go ahead and go straight. And I mean, the offense knows a snap count too. It's not like the defense should outreact the offense. Even if they both go at the same time, somebody running straight forward should easily be able to beat somebody having to do a 180 then sprint in a foot race up the field. It's not good. They need to make a little bit of movement. There needs to be some sort of agility penalty, some sort of penalty, acceleration to turning your hips 180 degrees and going. It sucks, but the meta right now is going to be in a bad place. That's the biggest problem. This right here, non-aligned deep thirds and quarters, affects this game, like just a simple thing like that, to an insane degree. It's so hard to overstate how effective non-base aligned deep thirds are. Because they not only do they take away the outside guy, but because they're non-aligned and they're kind of going back, they also take, if you're in trips, they'll take away the inside guy too. right? They'll go over and react to it because of how good they react at times. So it's frustrating, but that's the meta. 35 wide, I'd expect that. The Mike Blitz stuff is back. It's a lot like 21 that way. Although even 21 you can miss the line times and not get beat deep. Tight end delay fading and gun bunch verticals pulls the outside third away from outside vertical. That's a little frustrating. Hopefully they can patch that in the next patch. And not necessarily not tight end delay fade, just a tight end streak and gun bunch verticals pulls the outside third. Like the streak of the center allows wheel routes. Looks like wheel routes are broken now. If you have a streak from the tight end from gun bunch verticals, so watch out for that when you are calling deep thirds. You might need to man up the outside guy. Diving tackles are still overpowered. I hate those reach tackles. It's so weird. It's so much easier like to dive from like 5 yards away. Like just like brush up against Derrick Henry and bring him down versus actually like being next to him and trying to like cut sticking him or trying to like take out his ankles from right next to him. So it's unfortunate, but dive tackles are still overpowered. They have a little bit too much range. Contains, they still aren't what they need to be. I want a little bit buff here. I don't necessarily want to nerf like QB speed or escape artist at all. I just think contains sometimes they don't do a good enough job still, and like the pocket still isn't set, even by non-contains. The pocket is the pocket, man. The game is the game. It needs to form the pocket. And then the flip and quick snap on offense, basically people in bunch are still flipping, quick snapping. It's really annoying. It's hard for the defense. Quick snap on its own on offense is hard enough to deal with the defense because there's so many adjustments you have to make to stop a lot of the, I will say, fuckery that offense can sometimes do at a certain formation. So that's still a little frustrating. It's still a little quick on there. I wish there was a little bit of penalty, stamina style, for people that are flipping before quick snapping you. All right, let's go ahead and rank the team builders. Basically, I'm going to kind of go through these. I'm not going to go through them each individually. There's 64 of them. We rated them 1 to 64. Obviously, amateur division. The only pro division is Taiwan, the actual number 1. Everything else is ranked below it. But I'm kind of going to go through these cards, and I think I'm going to show you on the list where they are. So like DJ Moore, 90 speed. His route running's nothing special. Catching, nothing special. DJ Moore, crazy enough, because here's how I'm going to rate these things. I'm not going to rate them in a vacuum. I'm going to rate them mentally, and you guys can argue with me and say in the comment section that you don't like how I'm ranking them. You don't like blankety, blankety, blankety. That's fine, everything. I'm ranking them mentally. 50 out of 50 theme teams. Full speed boost to the wide receivers and DBs. And then the power up, right? So I'm going to give you +1s across the board for the power up. Power ups could be crazy. Gap pack method could be crazy tomorrow with all these power ups entering packs and not coming out of the set. So gap pack method, you might want to get on exchanging all your I don't know the overalls of the power ups, but if they're like 80s, then you're high golds to low elites to try and get some of them power ups. But anyways, DJ Moore I put at 11. Why? Because he's a receiver, right? And the receivers in this game, especially with your +5 speed that you'll end up getting, like I said, in my mental world. Now you can argue, hey, your mental world's stupid. Don't think about that. Maybe only give him like +3 speed. Don't give him the other 2, either from the theme team or from the speed strat chems. Because not everybody can afford the speed strat chems. They can take up to, some people spent 4 million coins trying to chase all the speed. I got, I guess, lucky. I only spent 2 million. Some people got them for like 800K. So they are pricey, but that's kind of where we're at. We're kind of going for like, top end, meta squads, almost ranking them on. Jermaine Carter, an 86 speed middle linebacker. He doesn't get the speed boost like Sprinter this year. Zone coverage, nothing. He does have hit power, but he don't look thick, right? He don't look thick, so I don't love the lack of weight there, and he's kind of slow. So Jermaine Carter, he is all the way. Oh, where's Carter? Actually, did I rank him kind of high? Where's Carter, man? Carter. There he is. Jermaine Carter. 51 out of 64 for Carter. So I don't really like him. Jalen Mayfield. Okay. You're going to see on this list, and I'll put this list in the description below, that basically I put all offensive linemen. I didn't rank them against each other. I just put all offensive linemen as what I've often called the OLine line. Okay? So the OLine line is basically in these kind of big things. The ones below it are basically like almost like close to unusable. Like you really don't want to have on your team out there in any starting capacity. Special teamers, okay, but the OLine line is kind of like, all right, these guys are relevant. You can enter your line. Like in team builders, it's not a bad thing to get a lineman in team builders. It's actually pretty neat because it fills out your theme team without you really like, you don't have to play like a card that's just like meh, right? A lot of teams that got wide receivers, got a lot of these positions, just aren't going to use them. They're just going to be backups anyways. So an actual usable piece to your theme team. So the O-line line, they're usable. But below that, I would not use many of these guys. Mayfield is on the O-line line for the team builders. Steven Means, so I'm not going to talk about the O-line at all. I'm just going to kind of pass them. Steven Means, I don't know what this guy does, right? Like, speed 84, finesse move is highest 185, and he's not good against the run with the block shit at 80. So Means is all the way down here at 61, right? 61 for 84 speed. He's a slow outside linebacker. It's useless. All right, we got Leonard Fournette, 89 speed for running back. Now, I have seen some psychos that are super addicted to the run actually go with the running back strat chem. So if you are one of those guys, it's fine. Leonard Fournette isn't as thick as Derrick Henry, so he's kind of like, I don't know, Derrick Henry's bastard stepchild. 88 truck, 85 break tackle. He's cool, but I don't know. I just, there's nothing really that stands out about him. I wish he was thicker, right? If he was Jerome Bettis thick, then I'd be like, ooh, wow, wow, wee, wow. Ooga, ooga. But anyways, Jordan Whitehead here, 88 speed. He's super slow for a free safety, but of course, include those +5s for the Buccaneers theme team. 90 hit power. You're like, whoa, Jordan Whitehead, that's awesome. Jordan Whitehead is below my offensive line because he's thin. Lane hit stick, even 90 power, you're going to bounce off Derrick Henry. Yeah. Ed Reed and Palomalu have enough trouble themselves, and they're a little thicker, right? He's about the same. Reed's only barely thicker than Whitehead, but regardless, don't like it. Oh, next up, Jameis Winston. Like I talked about today earlier, 88 overall. It doesn't get tier 3 chems for a quarterback. I hate it. Improviser won't get past lead elite until it's like low 90s. So Winston is useless. I believe I put him... Winston is there. It'll always be the Winston Cup to me. But Jameis Winston, 59. Don't like him at all. Pete Werner. Now, okay. The exception to like the middle linebackers aren't going to jump is like 90 speed. Okay. Oof. Yikes. 93 speed on the middle linebacker. Pass coverage guys. You get Lurker for 1 AP. So he's like a safety because you won't have the DB strat card items. You obviously can get linebacker speed items, but I don't think you should run that. 93 speed is definitely bordering towards relevance. I don't mind a 93 speed guy out there on my field at all. So Pete Werner, with that max 50-50, I actually kind of rate him a little decent. Pete Werner, where'd I put you? Where'd I put Werner? Werner. I thought I put him in here. Yeah, there. Oh, shoot. Even higher than I thought. Number 9 overall. I mean, when you're bordering relevance as a middle linebacker and only 1 AP for Lurker, it's okay. I don't mind it. That's not a bad number 1 middle linebacker. I mean, you eventually will call goal line, right? And so he's got to play on the field at that point. Daryl Mooney. Ooh. I love this, especially with the wide receiver strat item. Everything you get over 90 deep route running on the top end speed. This guy's going to be a burner. One of the fastest cards in the game on that 50-50 theme team. So Mooney's my number 1 card out of the entire... Oh, have you guys not been able to see that the whole time? Sorry. Number 1 card out of the entire bunch is Mooney. Ahim hits. He's thick. 89 block shit, 89 power move. Thick. 12. Love thickness. Please. More of it. Oh, yes. I don't know. Like marshmallow. Him in that white jersey. I hope it doesn't awaken anything inside of me. I'm gonna have to break out Ghostbusters and watch the scene again. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Alex Anzalone, 87 speed, 88 zone, and 86 hit power. Yeah, you're down here somewhere. I don't know. There you are. 46. Don't like you. No thanks. He is on the OLine line. Fine. I'm okay with a guard. Randall Cobb. I put him here for the slot receiver archetype. Okay. That's all I gotta say about that. Slot receiver archetype. If you like the slot thing, he's 29. He's 1 spot above the OLine line. Just because the archetype. The speed, it's not great. Route running, not great. Overall, I don't know if anybody's going to start him. I guess they'll try him on the Packers theme team. He's not bad, especially with the speed boost, but this is an incredible card. The only downside, and the reason he's not number 1, is this, right? This, oh, love it. Don't love this as much. But, yeah, 78 zone. He's not going to react very well to the ball in the air. It's going to take a while for him to react. He is a man-to-man corner, but doesn't even get 90 man coverage. So while I do love the speed, he's kind of missing a little bit. So I put him at number 7 because speed is the most important stat. Don't get me wrong. Still, speed's number 1, and that's why Eric Kendricks is all the way down here at 60. Okay. Ezra is on the O-line line. And then we got Verrett. 90 speed on the Niners plus 90 zone once you get your boosts going. So absolutely enjoy that, right? Not as fast as number 7 on the list, but he's got the 90 zone, so I'll put him number 6, right? You're like, oh my God, Fox, you love speed. I know, but 90 zone feels like that number that you want to get to this year. It's not as powerful as 91 zone, but it's definitely, I feel like, the break that you want to get to. Like, I really didn't notice a ton different between 99 zone that we got from the most feared stack items that are now gone out of the game and like 90 zone guys out there. So it is what it is. McGlitchy is on the O-line line. DJ Reed, CB zone corner, so he gets mid-zone knockout for 1 AP if you're running that. I think acrobats are more important than it now. Acrobats are actually going wild for me now. I think I don't want to say they're stealth buff, but I'm going back to acrobats. I'm getting mid-zone off the field. Maybe I'll try to go back to mid-zone later, but 86 zone, can't get up to 90 for DJ Reed. But overall, not a bad card nonetheless. Did I say DJ Reed? Yeah, DJ Reed. Did I put him in the wrong? Yeah, DJ Reed is 25 because he doesn't get the 90 zone. Yeah, I really knocked him down for the speed and the lack of zone. Offensive lineman, Christian Kirk, love him, right? Obviously getting deep route running up to 90. I do believe the wide receiver strat card gives you +2, so with the power, if he does get the 90 deep route running, in case you do need to beat man, but otherwise 91 speed along with theme team boosts have me in this Christian YouTube channel, right? And Christian Kirk, where's Kirk at? Where do you go, Kirk? Did I rate you too low? Knox, there's a K. Where the heck is he? Oh, number 8. How'd I miss him? All right. Anyways, that's the war on Christmas right here. War on Christian. All right. Jalen Thompson is just my inability to find him. Jalen Thompson, like, we'll be unable to find any toys this Christmas due to shortages. Big Sag. Haven't seen shortages like this since World War II, huh? Us boomers remember. Jalen Thompson, number 4. Okay. Number 4 because zone coverage is going to be 90 plus 91 speed. 91. I like that. I like that. No. Free safety zone again. If you want to go acrobat mid zone, wait, he doesn't get tier 3, so you can only pick up 1 acrobat or mid zone, I believe. Still, I don't know why they couldn't make him in 89s at the least, the power up to 90. That would have made these so much better. Van Jefferson, like I talked about earlier, he is from a rock band from the 70s. Van Jefferson. I like him though. I don't mind Van Jefferson one bit. Van Jefferson's below the O-line line. Why did I do that? Because he's a deep threat wide receiver without any route chems. So there's nothing special about him except for like speed, right? This is one of the worst archetypes. He's not overly tall. I think he's 6'1", which is okay size. It's not like a shorty, but he doesn't stand out wide receiver and doesn't have a good ability to get open with the cheap route running chems and everything like that. Terrell Lewis is an 87 speed rusher with 88 finesse move. It's alright, right? It's alright. Like, he's 48 because of the speed, but there's nothing else in the card that I really love. 80 block shot means he's really poor against the run. I don't love him out there, so he is definitely below the O-line line. William Jackson. Can you play man? Yeah, I would assume you can play man-to-man. You can't get the press up to 90, so you can't play press man with him. Man coverage can get up to 90 with the power up and the +1 from the in the zone strat. I think in the zone gives you +1 man and +2 zone, but he doesn't get the zone, which I prefer, and speed is just so average. So he, of course, I put him above the O-line line. I'm actually kind of down on him, but I did put him at 26, right above it. It's really bordering the O-line line. Adam Humphries, a little slower, but just like Cobb, he does have the slot archetype. So some people do really enjoy slot archetype, so that's why I put him there. Leonard Williams, slow, middling block shed and power move. So Leonard Williams, and he's not really thick. He's under 300 pounds, so he's below the O-line line at 47. And then we have Billy Price on the offensive line. Randy Gregory. He is a right end, but with 84 speed, so a faster right end that you can put at D tackle. The only issue is bad against the run, bad power moves, decent finesse moves, but I will give him credit for being 84 speed at the end that you can move in. So with that said, I have Randy Gregory. I shouldn't have him that high. I thought maybe I put him above the O-line line, but Randy Gregory. Oh, I do have him at 19. 19, I'm a little high on Gregory. I think Gregory gets moved down. I'm going to put him like right here. I think I overrated how much I care about a QB spy at D-tackle. Like when I was rating him initially, I'm like, man, I don't know. Those numbers, QB spy, some people might use that. And then like if you do rush him, 87 finesse move on the interior, if you do put him at D-tackle, I don't know. Maybe I didn't like consider just how bad a 78 block shed is. I think there is use for him on the DT spy for a lot of people, especially once you get the, the +3 from the speed boost on your theme team. Anyways, offensive lineman and Avonte Maddox, 92 speed. Beautiful. Man-to-man corner. Man-to-man is not 90. He can't press either. So Avonte with his speed, a lot like Stokes right here. I could actually move Verrett above Avonte too, because Avonte doesn't get that zone. So both great speed corners. But I do love Avonte gets the bump over Stokes due to the agility. So if you do run man-to-man, he's actually, not bad. Maybe you would want that over 90 for the man coverage, and that's kind of his downside. Offensive lineman here with Leonard Dickerson. I need more cowbell because I'm a legendary producer, Bruce Dickinson. Shinalt's a physical archetype. I don't love physical archetypes either, but 90 speed. I think I got a middling rating. I think Shinalt is, a little bit above Deontay, who's got the same speed as him, but they're pretty close to the same thing. I just like Shinalt seems to stand out. I really like the way his character model looks. Hamilton's a DT, slow, not great block shit. I think I got him rated pretty low. Justin Reed always plays better than his stats. But man, I wish this was higher. Man, if they could have just I don't even take it out like man or pursuit. Just make his zone 87. But he got 85. All right, Tunzel's an offensive lineman. I think I currently, he's got a mask on right now, hotboxing it. That's a stupid old joke. Okay, Dawson Knox, 88 speed at the tight end, 77 run block, vertical threat. Now, vertical threat isn't the best tight end one, but Knox, I think I underrated this. Now that I think back about it, the only reason he's not rated up there with the wide receivers is because he doesn't get the speed boost. So 88 on the page only goes to 91 on the field, and a lot of receivers are getting, 94, 95 up there, plus. So it's tough. One of the fastest tight ends in the game now. Vertical threat's not great. It's not going to take away from his card. So that was tough. I kind of want to put him there because he's one of the better tight ends for speed in the game. But we'll just leave him at that. Levi Wallace, a 91 speed man-to-man corner. Very much like the other corners that I showed. Levi, Mr. Wallace is 15. Still does not get into those thresholds with the attribute numbers. Dunta is my worst rated guy in the entire list. I mean, 84 speed is basically unusable. You don't want to put a turtle out on your field and expect him to catch the jackrabbits that your opponents will be using. Jacoby Myers, another slot receiver, but slower, so there's no reason to get Jacoby unless he's on your theme team, so I think he's rated below the OLine line. Deontay, you guys saw him slightly above the OLine line, but not a whole lot more. Barely usable. I would have preferred somebody like a tight end for the Steelers theme team like Freiermuth. Hopefully he gets a big upgrade soon because the tight end's the worst spot on the Steelers theme team, but I think he's the third best receiver that the Steelers have, so they didn't need an 88, and they got one. Sutton, usable is all I got to say about him. Baker Mayfield, he does get set feet lead, so that's good. Other than that, there's not much else there for Baker. Anthony Walker, I got him rated pretty low on the last four cards. Luan's an O-lineman. Elijah Molden is 91 speed. If you guys want to see where I had those other guys, like we had Deontay right there, Sutton right there, a little bit below him. These guys weren't great. We had Mr. Baker Mayfield at 54. He's good, but there's so many better quarterbacks in the game right now. But Elijah Molden at slot CB. If you like slot archetypes aren't great for CB in my opinion, but he doesn't get the 90 zone either. Decent speed though, so I don't hate Molden whatsoever. So I think I had Molden up right here at number 10 because of the speed at 91. Julian Blackman here, a free safety, a zone. Again, doesn't get to 90, so that's sad. And then an offensive lineman here for the Colts is the last one. But that is it for the rankings. Like I said, you can obviously go back and look at all these things. Let me know where you think I screwed up. Please sub. Mega video ended up being about 25 minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed me ranting about Mutt, talking about Mutt, doing Mutt stuff. We'll be live on twitch.tv/GetFox tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Eastern, for all this stuff to go live and all the other shenanigans. We get a free 92 with the gridiron, etc., etc., all that jazz. So until tomorrow morning, I hope you guys enjoy. Peace. Please sub. We're going for 100K. We're going to try to join the 1 comma club this year. It's going to be a good one. But let's try and make it, guys. We're all going to make it. See you tomorrow.